'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free. What's the soup, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I was actually planning on releasing a different video this week, but after watching Moist Critical's video recently on YouTube CEO Neal Mohan's remarks and general attitude towards AI and YouTube, I decided I should probably talk about this instead, because it's honestly something that really irked me, and I'm sure it's gonna irk a lot of you as well. But before we get into it, please subscribe. As a small creator myself and someone with under 1,000 subscribers, I think it's safe to say or fair to assume that I am the definition of a small creator, or a small YouTube channel, or a small YouTuber if you want to split hairs. And the remarks that YouTube's CEO Neal made recently sent shivers down my spine. For those of you who don't know, Neal Mohan did an interview with Time magazine recently where he talked about what he envisions as the future of YouTube and what he's planning on implementing in the not so distant future. And a lot of this conversation circled around AI, both AI moderation and AI content creation. Let me tell you guys, he went into a Krispy Kreme glaze-a-thon when it came to talking about the AI slop that's being injected on a daily basis to YouTube's shorts and long form content. And I think my reaction and every other person reading that interview's reaction was, this is not it. Please abort. Neal goes on to say that he wants to give the opportunity for a lot more of these AI creators to start uploading into the platform because they don't necessarily have the skills, know-how, or tools to be a YouTube creator at the moment. So he wants to give those people an opportunity. And let me tell you, that is a bullshit excuse if I've ever heard one. Let's break a couple of things down. Firstly, I am the definition of a creator or an uploader who has no skills, no prior knowledge, and no tools making YouTube videos right now. And guess what? That's perfectly fine. I'm figuring it out as I go. I'm learning with every upload, refining my voice, working on my editing skills, and taking inspiration from creators that I admire while at the same time keeping it original and putting my own voice and personality into it. And does it feel daunting sometimes? Yes. Does it feel like I don't know what I'm doing? Absolutely. But that's half of the magic of starting on YouTube and learning to share your passions and your voice with the world. It's a process, and it's also a skill that you work at and develop through time. Like any other hobby or profession or interesting thing you want to get into. You start off bad, you work at it, and then you get a little bit better each time. And Neal's argument that the barrier of entry is already so high, again, I think is bullshit. YouTube's barrier of entry, it's already so low and achievable for anyone out there who's genuinely interested in starting to upload videos. Realistically, you only really need your phone and maybe a computer if you want to get into fancy editing styles. But pretending to argue that the barrier of entry is so high and it's discouraging or alienating small creators from joining and starting to upload content is insanity. The only people that are being alienated right now, or were being alienated, the AI slop companies who literally dedicate their entire life and existence to uploading rage bait and AI slop in the hopes that one of their videos blows up on the algorithm. These algorithm hackers literally dedicate their existing time to figuring out chat prompts that take absolutely no time that they can input or punch into a AI video generating software, uploading dozens of videos a day, if not more, to squeeze out the most money they possibly can from YouTube. These people don't care if their video does well, if their topic of choice is interesting, if they're getting better at their editing style, if their voice resonates, if their sketch is funny, if their art inspires them. These are people who are genuinely just trying to make a quick buck on an ever more tolerant AI algorithm. They're flooding the algorithm with the most content possible in order for one of these videos to catch a little traction and they can get a fluffy payday on somebody else's work. And honestly, that's really sad and not what YouTube's about, I think. On the same interview, Neal goes on to explain that he thinks that these AI creators will bring back the old YouTube. He says that he thinks it will bring back the early villagey days when it was populated by a high proportion of exuberant amateurs. But guess what, Neal? It already is. And I'm one of those people. And like me, there are hundreds of thousands of channels putting out content that they're proud of, that they want to share with a small niche of people or even just for themselves. Sure, sometimes it doesn't feel like that because of huge channels like MrBeast or Jubilee, but still in those veins, there are a bunch more video creators who are just passionate and putting out videos that they're interesting. And sure, some of these smaller creators eventually grow into bigger channels, but that's just because their content is good and people are coming back to tune in. No AI bot is ever going to be able to mimic passion or excitement or a curiosity to share like these early creators that Neal keeps referencing in his utopian future of YouTube with AI. Flooding the algorithm with slop will do exactly the opposite of what you want to accomplish. You're trying to achieve the early villagey days of YouTube, but at the same time giving way to just hours and hours and hours of AI slop and AI bullshit that's going to drown out all these smaller creators. If you want to bring back the early villagey days of YouTube, just go back to read YouTube's early slogan, broadcast yourself. And that's what created that villagey amateur feeling that YouTube used to have in its beginnings. But again, by opening the floodgates to slop, you're just giving the thumbs up to these companies that dedicate their entire existence to rage baiting, to content farming or engagement farming, or any of these farming hacks to make an easy buck. And a lot of the time that includes misinformation. And if you want a more clear sign of AI ruining a platform, then there's no better place to look than Instagram or Facebook, where it's legitimately impossible to scroll without having a bombardment of just slop and nonsense on your feed. And if we go down this path, this is the same fate that we will be looking down the barrel for YouTube, which would be a real shame. But I get Neal's point. If they allow all this AI content to be injected into the platform, then it will look like engagement is up. But this will all ultimately just be a facade. The AI slop companies that put out content like this exist to do two things. One, to release an insane amount of slop to feed the algorithm and bait people into engaging with them through rage bait or through stealing other people's content and putting a Subway Surfer or Minecraft playthrough under the stolen video. And two, to then monetize on that slop. The creators who enjoyed or liked these early village days of YouTube are still out there, and they're still trying to maintain or bring back that magic of early YouTube. And I can sincerely and personally attest to that because I consider myself one of those creators who appreciates early YouTube and thinks that the platform should take steps to coming back to that philosophy and idea. There's small creators all over YouTube like me who are putting out content that they're proud of for themselves. It's not about monetization hacks or gamifying the algorithm. It's just about passionate people trying to join this worldwide conversation that is YouTube. But the one thing I do know is that small creators who are trying to start a YouTube channel or start uploading on YouTube will be discouraged with all this AI friendliness that Neal is at the helm of. Because for a small creator, it's going to be even more discouraging to have to compete against huge channels like MrBeast or company channels like Jubilee or even something as big as NBC putting out all their content on YouTube. Now they're also going to be competing with just the sheer numbers that AI videos are going to create. And while Time Magazine is singing Neal's praises and giving him his flowers due to his optimistic and extremely enthusiastic views of a YouTube AI future, I'm honestly really concerned for this future that he's trying to introduce into this beloved platform. Like his AI moderation tool. It's clear that AI does not understand nuance or sarcasm. It's also clear that AI has a tendency to just hallucinate and make things up unprompted, or to get tricked with invisible ink or embedded code, or even just simple prompts. It's going to make for a shit smoothie when people learn how to exploit these AI moderators. It's just an opportunity for thieves and copycats to get away with abusive behavior. And if you want an example of it, check out Moist Critical's most recent episode where he even talks about somebody stealing a piece of content from a creator and then the thief reporting the original creator's video as stolen content and the AI shutting down the original creator's channel. It's freaking nuts. And if it's just an AI moderation tool without a human being there to supervise it, this is going to make for the implosion of YouTube. And if you're thinking, well, Gabe, yeah, obviously they're going to have AI bots that then report to humans. Well, check out this other article from Variety where Neal talks about doing an AI reorganization where he's offering a voluntary exit package for YouTube employees with this big severance package. And if this does not seem like a red flag, then I don't know what will. Neal's vision of YouTube in the future is an AI hellspace like OpenAI's Nora, where everything on the platform is AI. And yeah, while later on the article, he goes on to explain that this major reorg is voluntary and that they have no projected layoffs or position terminations, it's clear that this is a foreshadowing of what's to come at YouTube HQ. Minimizing costs like a human workforce and optimizing shareholder value while giving YouTube a surge in viewers and creators to make the platform look more popular and profitable than ever. We're watching these CEOs push us into the dead internet theory in real time. So I think it's up to us, the YouTube viewers, small and large creators, to show YouTube that we are dissatisfied and not happy with the future that YouTube's taking us down on. In my opinion, this is only something that serves Google's stock value and not the users and creators that made this website so popular in the first place. And if I'm being honest, selfishly, as a viewer and user of YouTube, I don't want to see this platform that I genuinely enjoyed the most out of everything else on the internet go down the valley of unwatchable slop and this horrible AI implementation that these companies are trying to jam down our throats. Let's not let greed ruin this platform, because this is the only place on the internet where you can go in depth about the chow mechanics in Sonic Adventure Battle 2 in 2025, while at the same time hearing someone rant about how bad this Netflix and Warner Brothers merge is, while at the same time watch someone put pickles in their soda and explain how delicious it is. So let's keep YouTube like this, beautiful and eclectic. Let's remember YouTube's early slogan, broadcast yourself, because that's what made YouTube so popular. And let's not lose sight of that. So Neal, if you're watching this, and I don't know why you would be, but if you are, I'm one of those people who had zero skills, no know-how, and no tools to upload videos, but I'm finding my way and learning as I go. And I'm sure everyone else out there who wants to eventually upload on YouTube will do the same. So Neal, please, for the love of God, it's not too late. Please walk this back. No one asked for this, no one wants this, and it's going to be harmful for YouTube in the long run. So yeah, that's my little rant on this. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks everyone who's watching. If you like this video, please be sure to like, to comment, and to share it. It really helps me out and tells these mysterious algorithm gods that this is a video worth showing to more people. So be sure to share it with your mongoose trainer and the ghost of Steve Irwin, because it does really go a long way. And I thank you for that. Anyway, guys, catch you on the next one. Peace.